This week's coffee is going to be El Salvador El Retiro 100% Red Bourbon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 156. I'm your host Stephen Layton, and as I said, this week's going to be all about a coffee from El Salvador called El Retiro. So El Retiro is back for its second year, but I know lots of you won't remember this coffee. It was one of the quickest selling coffees that I think we ever brought in. I expect this year to be no different as well. I think we sold out in about 3 or 4 weeks last time. And unusually, it never made it onto In My Mug. So it's really nice to introduce a coffee to fellow muggers that you will not have seen before if you just buy from subscription. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this one. You may notice from my apparel that, yes, t-shirts, pin badges, going to show a pin badge up there. You will all have one of these badges if you are a subscriber in your envelope. It's kind of like a Blue Peter badge for coffee drinkers. It will gain you free entry into the hearts and minds of talented baristas up and down the country. Now it's just, I don't know, I had a little bit of a crazy idea one night, so I bought some badges and some t-shirts. The t-shirts we're not planning to sell, but if you would like one, we are thinking about it. They're going to cost about 25 quid each because they are beautifully made. But then if enough people want them, then we may get some in. So do let me know through the usual channels if you think this would be a fun thing to offer on the website. But yes, I hope you enjoy your badges. But let's talk about the coffee. So you may remember a couple of weeks ago me talking about Pacamara and how the Pacas family were the ones who were very intertwined with the finding of it. Ironically, this is a coffee that is grown by the Pacas family but isn't Pacamara. And they started farming on this land in 1927. Since then, it's been owned by 4 different generations of owners. To the current owner, who is Alfredo Pacas, and his family. Yes, it's great to have one from the Pacas family finally. The farm is 100% Bourbon coffee. All of it is handpicked. All of it is fully washed, submerged underwater, and dried on patios in the sun. The coffee is grown in shade, which lots of people say shade coffee and don't really explain why that's a good thing. Well, it protects it from the heat of the sun. It also slows down the maturation process of the cherry, which for me anecdotally shows that it improves cup quality. So that's got to be a good thing. The farm employs 24 permanent people and over 100 during the harvest time. And to all of these employees, whether they be temporary or full-time while they're working there, they get access to free medical care, free education, and they generally just look after the people who work on the farm. This coffee's also done really well, where it's been it finished in the finals of the 2006 Cup of Excellence, so it has some history. And yeah, that's the coffee. So the farm is called El Retiro. The varietal is 100% Red Bourbon. It is fully washed and sun-dried under patios. The altitude, I love this, is 1,012 metres above sea level. You can tell there that somebody got an altimeter for Christmas. But I love the fact that they were so exact with the figure. Just shows that hopefully they're exact, and certainly shows in the cup that they're exact with other things as well. The area is 30 hectares, of which there's around about 2,900 plants planted on each hectare, which that's interesting. Owned by the Pacas family, and it's in the Apanica mountain range of El Salvador, and yeah, that's the coffee. So let's get snozzer in the bowl, and the first thing that you kind of get hit with this coffee is it's confusing. There's stuff going on. There's a little bit of citrus. There's a little bit of savoury. There's a little bit of kind of sweetness going on in there as well. And I'm intrigued. I'm interested. And I want to dive into it. And I'm really looking forward to tasting it, because I remember this coffee from last year and it was immense. So before we do that though, it is time for the Wheel of Death. And this week we have Presso. I have Roland to thank for this one again. I asked him yesterday to select a number, and this is what came up. And it's a tough one. It's a really tough one. So I'm going to go and whap you on pause. I'm going to go and fetch a table and plonk a table in front of me. And yeah, I shall bring all the things to make the said Presso. Right, so I'm back. And as you can see, I have stuff in front of me. I was not looking forward to doing this one, I must admit, because of all the faff, and I've been proved right. But I've spent ages trying to warm this up, just so I can keep some heat in. It's certainly one of the big problems of it. If you want to know my thoughts on it as a machine, then go take a look at the video that's showing now. Oh God. This is what I did last time as well. To really get an idea of what I think of it as a machine. Oh my God. I did a full review on Hasblog, and it's interesting. It's a lot of faff. It's probably quite close to espresso. I wouldn't say that it is espresso. Right, I've got an espresso style amount of coffee here. So the mug is Morning Breath, and it's from my lovely sister Kaylee. That was for my birthday. Thank you all for the lovely birthday wishes last week. I've tried to put lots of heat into this. This is actually really hot to touch. The cup is hot. The water was hot. I ran through and did it as quick as I can, and it still fell away. One thing you do get though coming through in it is there's like a caramel, crunchy kind of honeycomby kind of taste with it, which you really do get with this. If it was warm, it would be brilliant. I just think they need to find a way of keeping heat into the portafilter and into the machine, and being able to get the water in as hot as it can be. But it's an interesting toy. So yes, one thing I did want to thank you all for as well was for the lovely warm wishes for the marathon as well on my birthday that I did. I have turned into the hugest, biggest marathon bore. My time was 4 hours 43, which is not great, but it's not bad either. My knee started to play up. But yes, thank you very much for those birthday wishes and those marathon wishes. It really did help me on that day, and yeah, I'm very proud of what I did, and I'm going to shut up about marathons now. What I am going to do is I'm going to whap you on pause again, and I'm going to go and make the espresso, and we can really talk about this coffee. So I'm back, and let's taste the coffee. So thank you for the Demi-Tasse from Tapped and Packed. Thank you guys, much appreciated. So I remembered this coffee being very, very special in espresso. Like super special, that it blew me away special, and it's nice to see that hasn't changed. It's so floral. I mean, that's the first thing you get. You get real kind of flowery, florally flavours coming through, with a little bit of honey sweetness. Big chocolate, like huge sweet chocolate. But there's some acidity there as well, and the acidity, I've written it in the cupping notes, and I'm going to say it again here, really reminds me of like a white wine zingy, zesty kind of Pinot Grigio or something like that. That's really kind of in your face, like acidity wise. Yeah, I'm a fan. So I'm going to wrap up. Things to tell you about coming up is Ethiopia. I'm going to Ethiopia next week, so next week's one may be a little bit early so I can record it before I go and get it up, because I'm not sure what my connection's going to be like. Blogging, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My blog is dying. It's not had an update for a long time. I would love to receive some emails from you guys on things that would be fun for me to blog about. I've kind of feel like I've covered lots of things in the past, but if I need to revisit something or redo something, I would love to hear your thoughts, so please do let me know. I hope you all wear your badges. I hope that you're all muggers. And just remember, life is too short for bad coffee.